Oh, Father, tell me, do we get what we deserve? Oh, we get what we deserve. And where down we go, oh, 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 where down we go, oh, 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 so where down we go, oh, 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 way down we go. Oh, you let your feet run wild. Time has come as we all go down. Yeah, but for the fall, my heart, do you dare to look me right in the eyes? Yeah. Oh, 'cause they will run you down to the door. Yeah, someday we'll run you down till you fall. So where down we go, way down we go.
So Monday went really well. Managed to get another new personal best on the SSB 240. I have tried 240 before and failed it, so there's clear progress there over the space of probably about a year. I think it was around about a year ago that I tried 240. So happy with that, but it has got me thinking that it's feeling too good, to the point where I'm wondering if it's actually overtaking my back squat. Now obviously I have squatted 260 before, but I'm nowhere near being able to squat 260 at the moment. So I'm wondering, at this current moment in time, is my SSB actually stronger than my back squat? Still tastes rank, this. So I don't really know how to quantifiably compare the SSB and the back squat at the moment, because with the SSB I'm doing singles, and with my back squats I'm doing reps. So I'm not really hitting singles, so I can't directly compare where my strength is with each movement at the moment. Obviously what I could do is have a look at the 220 single that I did with my warm-ups with the SSB on Monday and compare that to my first rep of my top set today, which is 222.5 kilos, and see how they move, and basically judge it from an RPE point of view, and that might be an indicator of which one is actually feeling better, whether it's my SSB or my back squat. So maybe that's how I'll do it. Maybe I'll just judge it according to RPE, my rate of perceived exertion, how hard it felt doing the SSB versus how hard it feels doing back squats, which is what I'm going to go and do now. Right, so I think I've worked it out. Basically, with the SSB, it's a lot harder of a movement. Just naturally, the way that the weight is positioned pushes you forward and makes you use a lot more of your posterior to actually get the weight up. So therefore, it's a lot harder. The back squat is easier, but the main difference is the comfort in both of them. With the SSB, I find it super comfortable with the positioning that you get into, just with your shoulders forward. It means that you're not stretching, you don't get any elbow pain, and for that reason I feel really comfortable under the bar, and therefore I can load up quite a lot of weight, but it doesn't mean it's necessarily easier. With the back squat, the weight is obviously a lot more behind you, so it allows you to be a lot more upright, so you can put more weight on the bar, but it feels more uncomfortable because you're having to get in a more extended position, your elbows are hurting, maybe your wrists are hurting, and generally I just don't feel as comfortable when I'm back squatting versus when I'm SSBing. So although I can probably back squat more and it probably is stronger, I think the main difference is just the comfort in both of the movements. So ultimately what I'm trying to say is I do think that my back squat is actually still stronger than my SSB, but just with the rep ranges that I've been doing at the moment, I haven't really been able to test my back squat for the specific 1 rep max or see how my ultimate strength is compared to my SSB, where I have just been doing singles, but also I think the comfort levels of both of them has maybe masked the fact that really I am stronger with the back squat, but it just feels like I'm not, because I feel a little bit more unsteady and unstable naturally just because of the position that the barbell puts you in compared to the SSB. So ultimately I am still stronger with the back squat, I think, but we will really see that in the next few months, where we're going to get super specific, getting closer to competition, where I'm going to be obviously increasing the weights and making it more specific in terms of bringing the rep ranges down for my back squat, and probably with the SSB, because I can't probably do both at the same time in terms of that intensity, so that will probably start to go down where we switch more to that specific movement being the back squat. Anyway, tune in next week to find out whether my sumo is actually better than my conventional. No, we're not going to be doing that because obviously I'm not a filthy pervert and I know that you should always keep your legs closed. Although saying that, jokes aside, my 1 rep max in my sumo is actually better than my conventional. Why don't I pull sumo? Oh my god, this looks incredible. So what we have here is venison steak with sweet potato and normal potato, roasted with caramelized onion, garlic, rosemary and a balsamic glaze. And I think it's time for a little taste test. Oh my god. That is unreal. Oh, that is cooked to absolute perfection. So all of my week's training is now done. It's Saturday, so it's my rest day. Although I'm still training my brain because I've got an exam on Tuesday, so I've got a lot of revision to be doing. Although I feel like I've probably done enough of that today. But I have just been going over my training footage for this week. And I did have a little comparison of the 220 I did on the SSB versus the first rep I did on the 222 yesterday. And RPE wise, when I actually did it, it felt more effortful with the back squat, but I think that's mainly for the reasons like I said yesterday, and that's because it feels more uncomfortable. But actually thinking about it and looking at it, they basically move the same. So really, I don't think there really is much discrepancy between the two at the moment, despite what I was saying yesterday, where I think actually strength-wise the back squat is stronger, but actually they look really similar. So it'll be interesting when I get up to that sort of 240 mark on my back squat, what that's going to look like. So despite what this video suggests, I have done other things aside from squat this week. On Wednesday I did do some deadlifts. I did my deficit 5-second concentric deadlifts. 190 kilos for a set of 4, and they were pretty brutal, but I did that at Horfield, which is my old gym, and whenever I go there I always have to rein in my ego because those Techno Gym plates, I swear, are just anti-gravity because they always just feel super light whenever I'm deadlifting. So I was tempted to go quite heavy, but I did rein it in. And then yesterday as well, I did actually bench the most I have benched in 2023, so I managed to work up to 115 kilos. Again, it moved super easy, but just with my bench at the moment, we're taking it really steady. So I'm looking forward to finally hitting 120 maybe in the next block and see where we go from there. But yeah, that's pretty much all of my training for this week. I'm going to pretty much wrap up the video here, guys. It's going to be a bit of a shorter video, but obviously I've got to crack on with things like revision because I've got an exam on Tuesday, hence why I'm covered in paperwork here, because I'm just doing some revision, and to be honest, it's been stressing me out a little bit. It's really been in the forefront of my mind, so I haven't really been thinking as much about YouTube and that sort of thing. But I'm going to wrap up the video here. I hope you have enjoyed it anyway. Let me know your thoughts on the SSB and the back squat if you do use the SSB. I know a lot of people are starting to use it a lot more, so I am interested to know your thoughts on it. But yeah, I'm going to pretty much wrap up the video here. As always, I hope you have enjoyed it. Please leave it a like if you have, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.
Mm.